Is it recording? Yes, it is. I think it is. All right, everybody. My name is Kate DiMatteo, and I have been a coach for 3 years, for those of you who don't know me. And my team is Team Transformation Warriors, and I am under, so it's Lindsay, and then it's Amanda, and then it's Jackie, and then it's me. So Lindsay's like my great-great-grandmother. And so today I am just going to share about posting with purpose, because I think because we don't have like a brick and mortar as coaches, how you show up on your social media is like, that's you, right? That's your business. You're your business. And so it's really important, I think, how the messages that you get across. And I'm just going to pass on some of the tips and tricks that I have learned. And like anything with coaching, you're always growing and learning. And so this is some of the stuff that's working for me now, but in a year it might not be working for me. So as you know, like things just change as you go in this business. So I made a little presentation, and I'm going to go ahead and share it. Share my screen here. Let's see. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead, and I think everyone's muted. Okay. So when I had first started coaching, one of the things that, I don't know what training I was on, they had told me that before, when you're posting, you want to think of the 4 E's. Well, there's an I in there too. So engage, entertain, educate, and inspire. And so whenever I'm posting, I look to see which one that I'm kind of hitting, and if I'm really hitting it completely. And so I try and also think about too, like what the purpose of the post is. And if I'm fulfilling that purpose, or I'm just doing a post to do a post. Because sometimes we do that, and I notice that when I just throw something out there just to throw something out there, usually I don't get a lot of traction on it, and it doesn't do anything for me. So in that way, think about your posts. And I like to try and plan my posts for the week and kind of know what I'm doing. That way it's a no-brainer, and I'm not like racking my brain about what I'm going to post about. Okay, so the first kinds of posts are engaging posts. So I just put some examples up here of different posts for engagement. I like to do like the fashion posts. People always have something to say, and they always give you tons of feedback on what their opinion is on what you're wearing or whatever. And obviously the purpose of engagement posts is to engage with your followers. Another reason is because the more people engage with you, the more your stuff is going to be seen in the algorithm. It's going to be pushed up more into the feed. So sometimes you can actually strategize it and do an engagement post where you're asking a question or asking for an opinion, and then like knowing that the next day do a transformation post. What's that going to do? All those people that were engaging with you are going to then see your transformation post the next day, or your call to action. So it's a great way to kind of boost your visibility, and then have more people see your other kinds of posts that you really want people to see, if that makes sense. Okay. I pulled one of Megan's, which was who was her favorite character. A lot of people like that. I know a lot of people had done posts like, when do you put your tree up, before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving? So those kinds of posts. And then, of course, the fashion post. Should I wear this or this? Or do you like this or that? People love it. I got like 75 people replied to these boots being too big. Now, I knew I was going to already return those boots, but I did like to see what people had to say about it. Okay, so the next kind of post is to entertain, making people laugh. And I really feel like this showcases your humor and showcases who you are as a person. I know, for example, I have Magdalena on the call, and I know that she always posts about coffee, and everyone knows that she loves coffee because she's always posting about it, and she's always posting funny things about coffee, and like that's part of her brand, right? And so for me, everyone knows that I love peanut butter, and I give my dog the end of the peanut butter jar probably once a week. So, and if you follow my stories, I always play the same song in the stories, which is Another One Bites the Dust, and I give it to my dog, and she takes it and she runs away with it. So it's a great way to kind of showcase your fun side. Okay. So, and memes are great, just ways to have fun with your posts. The next kind is to educate or equip. Okay. So as coaches, as people, really, I feel like if you know something that's going to help somebody, whether it's in nutrition or any part of your life, like, let's share that, because that's just going to have people really come relate to you more. They're going to come looking for you more if you're providing them value. So I feel as coaches, we really should do that. You can equip or educate people in lots of different areas, not just coaching and nutrition. So like the first one I did was nutrition, but and that's important too. So the things that you're learning on your program, on your journey, but other things are like mom life hacks. Like I do this, hold on, somebody's not muted. Let me mute somebody who's not muted. Here we go. Okay. So you can do, like, this was my Advent bag, and I showed exactly how I did it, what I put in the Advent bags. I used to do like a Mom Hack Monday where I would go live and talk about different things that I did around the house to help, that helped me. So anything that if you have animals, like, what do you do for your animals? What are the hacks that you know that help you? What have you found? What bargains are out there? Those kinds of things. And then also straight up teaching people things. So even though I'm a health and fitness coach and I teach nutrition, say if I was a RNF rep, I would still probably go live with cooking because it's my passion. It's what I love. Okay. So think about the things that you love and how you could teach people about them. I know I have Nicole on the call, and she is a new coach of ours. Yay. And she is going to go live or do an IGTV video on budgeting because she's really good at that and she's learned a lot about it and she's got a lot to share on that topic. So think about what you're really good at and how you could teach other people. And so it could be something simple too. I remember Amanda last year, she went live with like how to do those headbands when you do the flip thing. She got so many views on that because people were so interested in that. So it can be fashion. It could be any kind of thing that you think is interesting or that people ask you about all the time. Teach it, like go live and teach it, because I think also going live, it really helps you become intimate with the people who are watching you, and they get to know you. They feel like they really know you when they see you going live. And so although it can be scary, it's like a Band-Aid. You have to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rip it off and just do it. And it gets easier the more you do it. So I encourage you to go live if you can. And then the next kind of post is inspiring. So I'll just kind of read this. People want to be inspired. They want to hear a story with a happy ending. They want to believe in themselves again. They want to see the good in the world. We get to showcase this daily. To live an inspired life is a blessing. So we do have a super inspiring life to showcase. Like showing up every day for yourself, that's really powerful. And talking about it is really powerful. And then also reading personal development and like digging deep and like getting past your self-limiting beliefs, that's really powerful, and sharing what you're getting out of those things. So I always post a Transformation Tuesday post. Sometimes it's a mental transformation. Sometimes it's my coaching journey transformation. I happen to luck out with that decade transformation that everyone was posting the decade post. So this was my decade post. I did another one about marriage and partnership and how it's not easy, but how you all each have to put in 100%, not 50%. And so that was kind of inspiring. And I got a lot of people that really loved on that post. And then I shared some really hard stuff. Last year, I shared about getting a DUI when I was younger and how that impacted my life and how I grew from it. And that obviously got a lot of traction. But it really made me relatable for people because people relate to, we all have our shit, right? We all have our baggage that we bring with us and the stuff that we're working through. And if you can talk about those things and share about them, if you've worked through them already, then that can be really empowering and have you connect with people at a different level. So inspiring can it's very broad, right? Okay. And then next are tips and tricks. So let me see. All right, so here's some things that I've been doing that I feel really work. We all like to share inspirational quotes, the graphics that we see, right? So when I see a graphic that I really like and that really speaks to me, sometimes you guys run them, sometimes I'll find them on Pinterest or wherever I'm at. Instead of sharing the quote, I screenshot it or I'll save it to my phone. And then when I'm going to post a workout video or a sweaty selfie or an inspirational post, I'll take that wording and I'll use it instead, and then it kind of flows into a story. And I feel that is really, really effective. So I don't know who posted that where it said, I will beat her, I will train harder, I will eat cleaner, I know her weaknesses. All of that was like on a graphic with a woman that was like doing a push-up. So instead I took it and I put it into here, and it got a lot of traction and it spoke to people, right? So taking those quotes and instead of running them, save them and use them as wording in your text. And then I don't know if you guys all have the that website. I have it saved in my notes. Let me see what it's called. But it changes the font on your text, so it can be a little bit more impactful. And then I'll tell you the name of it right now. Let me see, because I just literally have it saved in my notes, and then I go to it. Okay, it's called lingojam.com/fancy text generator. And I'll throw that in the recording comments too. But I'll do that for just if there's something that I want to stand out, okay? Or sometimes the beginning word to the beginning sentence to your post. Okay, so search up inspirational quotes. I did a picture of myself in a dress last week. I really liked the dress. I felt really great. I was really excited about going out. I took a picture of myself, and then I sat with it for a second because I didn't know what I wanted to post about it. And so when we were in the car on the way to our event, I went and I looked up. I put like feeling good in a dress quotes, literally. And what came up were all these quotes about being in a red dress. And I was like, I just kind of picked through them. I found the ones that I liked, and then I posted it. And then and then sometimes you just kind of get inspiration from posting those. So I posted that quote, and then it kind of flowed into feeling good and getting ready to go out and all of that. So, so sometimes don't always post, like I'll sit on a post for a little while, or I'll take a good picture and I'll sit on it until I find what I want to go with it, like that. Let's see, see what comes to you. What was the other thing I was going to tell you? Oh, and how can you personalize it? So I feel like your stories is really where your power is. Sharing your stories any way that you can. When you're going to share a sweaty selfie, either do a quote and put a quote in there, or talk about what it is that you went through to get yourself there. Not everybody shows up. Why don't they show up? Because they have a million excuses in the world. What made you show up that day? And talk about that, because people relate to that. And so that is so much more impactful than just throwing a sweaty selfie up there and saying, I did work out 5 of 20. Great. After 20 of those, that just gets old and you become white noise. How are you going to stand out from everybody else? Well, you're going to share how hard it was to get up and press play, that you had a headache all weekend, or I don't know if I posted that in my thing this morning, but I could have shared that. I had a headache all weekend. I had every reason to stay in bed. I didn't want to, but I still did it because I knew I'd feel better afterwards, and I do. And that's why you do the things you don't want to do, right? So tell your story, because people relate to that. And also always saying that what has you show up is that you're part of a group that is showing up. You're part of something that is having you step up. That's why, right? I know I get up every morning because I have all these people depending on me. So you want to share that part of your journey too. Let's see. I try to always do call to action posts on my sweaty selfies. Some people, you just have to see what's working for you in your business. Some people like to put them at the end of every post. Some people just like to do them once a week. It just depends. I like to put them at the end of all of my sweaty selfie posts in the mornings when we're nearing a new challenge. So for sure, those first 2 weeks leading up to a challenge, I'm going to do a call to action, like join us. We start on 1/1. Make your 2020 powerful, whatever it is. I'm always going to be doing that leading up to the challenge group. Let's see. Okay, so here are some just other ideas and things that I do that help me with posts. So the first thing is I use the Notes app on my phone all the time. And I if I see something, if I have an idea, I will go to my notes app and I will, in there I post ideas, and I'll voice it to myself, like post idea, story about today I passed the shelf. I have a shelf with all my nutcrackers on it, and I have a shelf with all these bells on it, and I love these bells. And I thought, that's a great post. I'm going to talk about where I got those bells from, right? And so I put it in the notes of my phone so I didn't forget. So that's going to be a post sometime coming up. So when you see post ideas, put them in the notes of your phone. Sometimes I'll be listening to personal development in the car, or I'll be walking outside and I'll go to my notes right away. And if I have an idea, I'll just start blabbering into my notes. And I do it all audible so that I don't have to be texting to myself, but I'll put it in there. So when you have ideas, don't let those ideas go. If you be an observer in your life, see the things that you're doing that you ordinarily wouldn't be doing if you weren't doing these programs, It could be something as simple as grabbing Greek yogurt out of the fridge. Did you do that before? Did you do that 2 years ago, 1 year ago? Probably not. Why? Do you like Greek yogurt? Everything is a story and something that you can share. So try to be an observer in your own life. There is no shame in copying posts from other coaches. Just make it your own. All the time I'll see a post from Lindsay or somebody else. I'll copy it. I'll put it in the notes of my phone, and then I will make it more something that I would say. I'll customize it to me, or I'll find a story that kind of parallels, but it's me, So it's okay that's the greatest form of flattery. So copying is okay. Sometimes if you have an impactful story that you want to talk about, you want to have a catchy one-liner. When I started that DUI story, my first line was, I think it was something like, I remember, I think it was the wheel scratching and going straight into the tree, like that. That's impactful, right? So think about what's the one-liner that can grab somebody's attention, and that, that's going to bring somebody into your post. And usually for that, something like that, it's when you're going to tell a story, right? And make sure that you break up your posts so it's not one huge long paragraph. Because if someone sees one huge long paragraph, what's your automatic response? You're going to move on. If you see it broken up with emojis and it's something interesting to read, you're going to want to read it more. Okay. And then another one I really like is to reply to objections by clients that the clients have given you. It's too much money, or whatever it is that's right top of mind, because lots of times they're reading those posts. So it's a great opportunity for to respond back in that way, as well as directly to them. And it's what people are thinking, right? So you want to respond to those. Let's see, tell a story. Okay. So take lots of pictures. This is big. Whenever I dress up to go out, I take an extra minute or two just to take some extra pictures of myself in different places in the house, wherever. I set up my tripod, I'll stamp a few pictures, and I just save them, because you never know when you want to use pictures. And I know Jackie encouraged us to do this from the beginning, is to always just take extra pictures, have a lot of pictures, so that you just have something to play with whenever you want to do a coaching post or a post on whatever. You have something there. And especially when you're dressed up, we don't always all dress up all the time. I know I don't. So when I do, I try to snap an extra couple pictures with the kids or whatever. And you don't have to, when you take pictures and stuff, you don't have to use it right away. Okay, so other things that are working for me. So the big thing I've been noticing is putting a boot camp application in the comments of my posts. So I'll do, right now I'm doing call to actions almost every day with my daily workout posts, and I'm putting a application. Guys, no matter what, people are reading your posts, whether they like it or not. This post had one, but I ran it and I got 3 boot camp applications filled out from it. Because it was people that it spoke to, right? They filled it out, and one girl signed up. So you never know who's reading your posts and who you're talking to. And sometimes people are just too scared to reach out to you on their own. So having a bootcamp application makes it so that they don't have to do so much work. It shows that they're interested, and it makes it so that they don't have to reach out to you, right? They're reaching out in a different kind of a way. And I do my bootcamp applications through Google Forms, super, super easy. If you need help with it, just let me know and I can send you a tutorial, and it's super, super easy. And there's also like where you can get notified on it, and they'll send you an email letting you know that you have an application in there. That's an actual setting on that, because I didn't know that before. And then the other thing is I've really been trying to make an effort to recognize my challengers that finish programs. I had 2 people reach out to me this month and get Challenge Pack and sign up as coaches, that just from being recognized, just from my challengers, recognizing my challengers. A, it makes everybody feel good. It's nice to be recognized, and it gets them feeling good. And then B, it has people who they're friends with want to join them, right? And then you have more power with numbers. Your people are going to stay more committed. Then we're helping more people. And so recognition is a huge thing. And so I've been doing really simple, like program finisher, and then talking about what it takes to complete a program and the dedication it takes. So that is another thing. And then just a couple things to remember. It's not about the likes. So like break up with the likes, because guess what? People are reading your stuff whether they like it or not. I can't tell you how many times people come up to me and they'll be like, how is your headache? I'm like, oh, you saw that post, or whatever it is. They're watching, they know, okay? Just because they don't like, how many times do we see a post and not like it, right? And then but we know what's going on with that person. So don't like break up with your connection to if somebody likes your post or not. Throw it at the wall and see if it sticks. That is like my philosophy on coaching. You got to just try different things and see what works for you. What I'm doing right now is not what I was doing a year ago, and the same goes. So don't be afraid to just try different things out and see what's going to work for you. I like to do social media audits. I like to go through all my all of my posts and see which ones are getting traction, which ones aren't, and just kind of look at that. Let's see. And then just never give up on your vision, okay, of what you really want. And the key to this is always, always, always consistency. You guys know that. It's just like any workout program. It's consistency with coaching, showing up every day, showing that you're committed and that you show up even when nobody else does. Because you never know when someone's going to be ready to jump on with a program with you, and you want to be the person that they think of when they're ready to commit. Okay, so let me stop the share. All right. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. Do you have any questions, comments, anything like that?
Hi, my comment is that was so good. Sorry that my screen wasn't showing. I was snuggling on the couch with Owen while Rob gave Oliver a bath. But that was amazing, and everything that you said, and I'm just, you reminded me of a lot of things that like I've heard before, I've done before, but maybe I've like kind of, forgotten. So I just want to say thank you, and that was awesome.
Okay, good. Yay. That's all I've got, but I am going to go live with the preview group, because I was supposed to talk about preview groups here too. In Goal Getters. So look out for my live, because usually right before I started this, my first year of coaching, because I wanted to make sure that I hit SC in January. So I started doing what we call a preview group. And between Christmas and New Year's, for 2 days, we run a group that previews what our program is. So one day somebody, and it's just like a Facebook group, somebody goes live about the nutrition, somebody goes live about workouts, and then somebody sums it all, talks about our accountability group. So it's 3 lives, and then somebody sums it up with pricing. And it's really simple, and you can just load it up with all your people, and you just tag them on each video. And it's a great way to get a bunch of people into a group right before New Year's, between the holiday, and then have people commit. So So I encourage you guys to do that, and I will go live and talk a little bit more about it in Goal Getters, but that's really the essence of it. Like, you could just slap up whatever masthead you want, 2020 goals, and then do an album of like transformations or run them throughout the 2 days. But that has always been super effective. I think I hit SC 10 in January, like right away, and I sealed it for that December. So if you are, partner up with a couple people and just do it. Like, just take turns. Like, Jackie and I do it. She goes live once, then I go live, and she goes live, and it really is effective. And I know Megan and Carissa are going to do it. So partner up with somebody else and just do it, because you will get people in there, and then it'll make you want to invite to that. So that's all I've got for you guys. Let me see. Anyone else have any questions at all? Nothing? If not.
Did you say that you plan your posts in advance? And I was just wondering, like, how soon, or like how far in advance?
Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. So one thing I like to do once a week is I sit down at my laptop and I just will journal posts. So I will sit and just like journal out a bunch of different posts for coaching, for challenge, whatever, like lots of different kinds. And then I will take them and I'll send them to myself. And then I just take them off of my messenger or wherever. But I try and plan my posts out for the week just so I know what I'm going to be posting. So for Instagram, especially, I started because for me, I post in Facebook like twice a day. And Instagram's once a day, and I've been feeling super limited with that. And then I'm like, what do I post on Instagram? So I started using Jackie's, she has a order that she does, and so I just follow that order, and now I don't like overthink it. I know that I'm just going to post about coaching, and I'm just going to post and you want to have an Instagram, is it like every 3-6, is it every 9 that you want to have a transformation, so that when it pops up on your screen, you have a transformation that someone's always seeing whenever they go to your feed? So I think it's every 9. But yeah, I try to plan it all in advance. I always know, like, for example, on Tuesdays, I know it's going to be a Transformation Tuesday post, but today I went ahead and I journaled out what that post was going to be, so that it's a no-brainer that I'm posting tomorrow. But if you could do it even further ahead, that's better. Jackie's really good at that. She does hers like weeks in advance, but not all of us can do that. I try, but you get better and better. Any other questions? Let me see. All right, do we want to take a picture?
I don't have a question, but I just want to say you did awesome.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That's all the stuff that's working for me. So, like, use it. You know what I mean? Like, use it if it works. I hope it works for you guys too. But I feel like you grow into, like, if I look at my posts from 3 years ago and I look at my posts now, they're totally different. And the ones from 3 years ago were pretty awful. But, you just grow into it. And, that was the other thing I was going to say is I do use the Lighthouse app. Is it Lighthouse?
Lightroom.
My pictures. Yeah, the Lightroom app for all my pictures. So I run them all through the same filter. So that's one thing that I do. And I just recently got a ring light, and that makes such a huge difference. Oh my gosh. Get a ring light. I waited like 2 years too long. So you can get a ring light on your phone. I'm taking all my pictures in my dingy basement every night or every morning, but it's like night outside, so it's pretty dark. The ring light makes a difference. So, hey, Deborah. All right, Jackie, how do you take these pictures? Can you take the picture?
Yeah, I can take a picture. Do you have a keyboard? It's like a what do you call that thing? It looks like my keyboard has like it's got 4 squares on the bottom left. It's like the Microsoft look, and then you hit that with print screen at the same time, and that's how I take a picture. I don't know if you have that on your computer.
No, I don't see that.
Okay. Yeah, I can
All right, take the picture.
Okay.
All right, everybody who's not, show us your faces, your pretty faces. Thanks for jumping on here early. We have another team call, so it was a little crazy, but.
Okay. Want to count?
Yes, 1, 2, 3.
Good.
All right, guys. Well, you have an awesome night, and we will see you soon. Mwah! Thanks for jumping on.